The embedded process model is a framework for understanding how working memory works and how it's related to other memory processes. It was first conceived by Nelson Cowan in 1988 and has eight major components. One, a super brief sensory store that only lasts a few hundred milliseconds and can even feel as if it's a continuation of the sensory stimulus, even if the stimulus itself goes away. Two, this sensory store can activate or remind you of information in long term memory. Three, the focus of attention is an activated portion of items that could have resulted from the sensory store or brought into activation from long term memory. Four, items can remain activated or become inactive if they're poorly consolidated into long term memory. 5. The set of activated representations form the neural model of the environment, and if something changes in the environment, leading to a change in the neural representation, then the attention orienting response is triggered. 6. There is some kind of executive control over the focus of attention, but this competes to some extent with uncontrollable orientation responses. 7. The frontal lobe is probably involved in executive control, while the parietal lobe seems to be involved in focusing and orienting attention. 8. Long term memory may have feature based subcomponents, but because it is likely so complex, this is not addressed in the model. So, where in the model is working memory? Working memory consists of the combination of activated items derived from long term memory, as well as whatever is in the focus of attention, which usually involves some of the immediately present sensory information, as well as current sensory information that has been consolidated to some extent to remain activated. Therefore, working memory is an embedded process within memory and information processing as a whole. The embedded process model was never meant to be an end all be all for modeling working memory, but rather a starting point to drive empirical research testing its assumptions. For example, the embedded process model does not include any feature or domain based modules for processing specific types of information, such as the visuospatial sketchpad or phonological loop in Baddeley and Hitch's multi component processing model, but it does allow for similarity based interference to affect memory representations. To get more details, check out the original paper or this awesome review.